Alright, well, I guess I've done pretty much all the action. I mean, it's kinda cool, but just a work in placement. There is one action I'm missing. I guess I'll go explore.
Let me tell you a story.
A story?
Story.
Oh, that's cool.
You descend into a deep, dark cave. You see two red lights ahead of you. They're getting closer. You start feeling a bite at your ankles.
What?
A sharp jab of pain.
No! Jab of pain?
What do you do?
Oh my god!
You're starting to bleed.
Let me think.
You die here.
Welcome back to ITeachHerSheWins. So today I happen to be walking in downtown Tokyo, in Japan, and all of a sudden, who do I see? My good friend Karl, game expert. I was like, hey, let's set a studio like if it was Pittsburgh, and let's do a game review together.
Hey.
Karl Schmidt is back, here in Japan. What are the coincidences, right? I mean, whoa. That's pretty...
We get around.
We get around, my friend. So, today we're gonna make a review of a very, very interesting game. Pretty unique, in my opinion, we'll say. What is the name of the game, Karl, if they're not understood it yet?
Above and Below.
Above and Below. So, who's the game designer?
Is Ryan Lacat, and it's worth noting he's also the artist of the game.
That's pretty awesome. So he designed the game and he's the artist. What about the art? Do you like it? What kind of style?
The art is simplistic but visually appealing. It's fun art.
Great. What type of game is Above and Below?
Above and Below is a mix of a worker placement game and a choose your adventure style game.
Cool. So resource management, that's...
And resource management in there too.
Okay, let's give a brief overview of the rules, okay? I can make a little
Take
intro.
it.
Alright, take it. So the game per se is very simple. It's actually harder to be explained than to actually be played.
That's actually true. The game is very simple in playing.
So players alternate taking turns, and pretty much on your turn you can do one single action with one or more workers. They can be destined to explore. You need at least 2 workers to do that. To harvest resources that you've accumulated before in previous cars. To build, you need a special worker with a building option. Building means purchasing a car. Between the ones available, some gets replaced, continuously replenished. Others are permanent there. Once you've taken it, the other players won't get it. And those cars are divided in 2 types. The one that gives you that give you ongoing bonuses through the game, and others that give you a lot of victory points at the end, depending on what you've accumulated on the game. The other action available is recruiting. You can put one of your workers and put into the recruiting action. Recruiting means getting another worker who normally starts in the exhausted area, because we have an active area on your board, an exhausted area, and an area for the workers that you have overexerted while exploring. It's pretty much the hospital. They need more time to go back into the active area. Another option available as an action is day labor. I always get confused to say Labor Day, but forgive me. So day labor, you pretty much get 1 coin, and if you are the first player to use that action, you also get a special token, a cider, which helps you to refresh quicker your workers. So these are the available options, and the beauty of the game is that aside from getting cars, getting resources, managing your workers, you also get to spend the special action, the exploration, and by exploring with at least 2 workers, you dive into this world of possible adventures. One of the players reads out loud a story, and it gives you options, so you gotta make a decision. Sometimes there are tough decisions. Each option includes provides for a test based or a test or multiple tests, which is passed or failed according to the strength of your workers and a dice roll. The strength of your worker is measured by the number of lanterns they can provide you for according to the dice roll. That's the real essence of the game. Cards that anything else you want to, and of course you win once you get. There are 3, 6, 7 rounds. Once you get at the end of the 7th round, whoever's got the most victory points win the game.
Yeah, that definitely covers most of it. I mean,
most of it? Huh. What have I left behind, Karl? Last time.
You didn't leave anything behind. Just if I was to give a quick summary of the game, I would say that it's like a choose your adventure, except for the fact, like as you mentioned, there's only going to be 6 turns as far as for it to,
because there are so many options, but you have only 7 rounds.
7 rounds, and unlike many choose your adventure style games, there's victory points which are managed through the resources and the buildings that you create.
It's worth noticing that it's called above and below because certain buildings are built above and other buildings are built below underground. But in order to build them, first you must have successfully passed an exploration. By doing so, you acquire a cave card, and then you can build a below building on top of the cave card. So there are several interesting twists. At the end of every round, each player gets income based on a round tracker, which is in which you move by accumulating resources and
unique resources.
Yeah, unique resources. So every turn we each get gold, and that's how you use it to build to get cards, because the cards of course have a cost, top left, a cost in coins. All right, Karl, I think we covered it pretty much all. What is your favorite thing of the game? Pros, cons, your personal ranking?
Sure. There are several cons to the game.
Let's start with the pros. Oh my god, this review is useless. There are so many cons. Come on. Optimism here. This is a great game, guys. We're just joking.
The optimism's coming, but I'll just say a few things, and that is that this game does require a lot of table space.
Correct.
The game is long. You're going to be spending 1.5 to 2 hours playing the game. Even though it's only 7 rounds, there's a lot happening, which is a good thing actually. It keeps people involved. I had the third one, but I forgot it. But despite these cons, though, the game.
The third one, I can say the third one actually. The idea of the adventures of the storytelling, it's awesome, but they're limited paragraphs. So after you played it, I don't know, 20 times, you're starting to come across
the same
stories, so you know how to react. You get the idea, okay, if I run away, I lose reputation. Reputation is another value that gives you victory points at the end, and it's subjected to your adventures. You can gain reputation points, lose reputation points on this tracker. So that's the only thing. Like, good things, there's an expansion out there, maybe they will make more, but if you're playing with the core set, if you want to play 300 times, well, maybe exploring won't be as fun, because you will be like, okay, big rat, I know what to do, I'll fight.
True, but you'll definitely easily get at least 20 hours of just pure original fun.
Even more.
Probably more, but guaranteed at least 20 hours. And to me, really any game, most of my games don't even get that much play. And for a game this original, it gives plenty of hours of gameplay.
I would like to say my favorite thing is that you can get as many workers as you want, but as you use them, you exhaust them. In order to refresh them, you use cards that give you bets or special tokens. What did I say?
It sounds like bats when you said that.
Like bats?
Yeah.
Or bats?
That's what it sounded like to me.
Right. Was it bats?
Beds as in sleep.
Beds as in sleep. So, for instance, if I have 6 workers, I use all of them, and I only have one card with 2 birds and one other card with 1 bird, I will be able to refresh only 3 workers. So you gotta manage that. There is a lot of worker management here. You wanna get cards that give you birds, even though they don't give you juicy resources. So that is brilliant.
Yeah, it's good balance.
That's why, to me, it deserves an 8. I would have loved to give a 9 if there were more stories, to the adventure part. If it was like a 100 pages book, but I know, you're not Jesus Christ. Of course, I shouldn't have said that. This is gonna be edited. So I would have loved it if there was more paragraphs, more stories, more hours of new adventures. But it's still an amazing game, so for me it's an 8.
Yeah, even though I started off with all the cons, the pros of how fun the game is and how immersive the game is easily outweighs any negatives. That for me, the score is also an 8. That this is a well worth playing the game and recommending to buy it.
I can't believe it. We are agreeing on something.
We're agreeing on the game, yes.
All right, man. So if they like this game, what other games should they buy? You mentioned a couple of games that are still
Yes,
into this.
there are other games. I mean, there is one more flaw of this game that I should mention. It's not really a flaw, it's just that one direction it could have gone that it didn't go in. That is, it doesn't offer you a co-op version of the game. Some people don't even care about co-op games, so it won't even be
I don't like cooperative game.
a big thing for them. But why I mention that is because there are some other choose-your-adventure games. One's a spy game called Agents of Smersh. Also a game in which you're basically going on different missions. Those missions are, again, a choose-your-adventure kind of style where you're basically trying to overcome challenges. You're given choices of what's going to happen to your team. And that can be played as either against each other or in co-op mode as far as for fighting evil abroad. And
the other one,
and probably the earliest one that was a choose-your-adventure style was called Tales of Arabian Nights. It was actually a game that came out back in the early 80s. And but that game, even though it's a choose-your-adventure...
Many of them were not born in the early 80s. Just joking, come on!
You still buy that game right now, but that game though is a little more simpler because that game is more focused on just the adventure itself. It doesn't have all these other mechanics. It's more having the fun of having a story together. Where this game offers that feature, but it also gives you much more strategy though, as far as for it. It's a nice blend of doing both a choose-your-adventure style plus having the worker placement and resource management together. It's a nice blend of all three, which makes the game, to me, more appealing than just doing a choose-your-adventure game.
All right. Well, thank you, Karl, and unbelievable, we did it. So, above and below, great game, unique.
This was a Kickstarter game, and as you had mentioned, they do have an expansion coming out with
I think it's already came out.
No, it's not out.
Okay.
In fact, it's fun. It's funding right now, but by the time you see this video, the funding will be over. It won't be out until next year.
Okay.
But an expansion is coming.
So be on the look. Thank you guys for watching and subscribe, like our channel. Please, I guess we are kind of funny, right?
We're stupid funny.
We're stupid funny. You know, but stupid funny is funny. Thank you guys. ITeachHerSheWins.